evening, we bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. Hello, I'm Boom Gonzalez, and you can watch the game live and our past episodes on demand on the Pilipinas Live app. All right, let's begin. The 2023 NBA 2K League APAC Invitational presented by Cignal is coming to Manila, and the best players in the country are ready to activate takeover mode. Welcome to the game, LGE Agila's Real Polog and Aljon Cruzin, along with LGE 45ers, Miguel Jubilar and Paulo Madronio. Magandang gabi. Thank you very much for being with us. Real, simulan natin. Bigyan mo naman kami ng background. This APAC Invitational will happen on the 18th and 19th. Pero bigyan mo kami ng, kumbaga ng background nitong invitational to at gaano kalaki ito.
So yes, nag-start po yung NBA 2K League APAC Invitational noong 2019. So, isa rin din po ako sa representative nun. It was held on Hong Kong. So, yeah, I'm so blessed na.
Oh, blessed to have it here for sure. At Aljon, if I'm not mistaken, pa-clarify naman. Kasi nakasulat dito na may draft eligibility na pwedeng manalo ng mga winners ng competition na to. What does that mean in particular? Anong draft eligibility that you could win?
Yung pag sa draft eligibility po, pwede po kayong mapunta dun sa team ng talagang 2K League na mga Spurs Gaming, yung
mga nasa NBA talaga.
NBA teams. Yung mga Wolves Gaming, ganun po.
Tapos may combine din itong competition na to. Pero ang mananalo dito hindi na kailangan dumaan. Ganun ba yun?
Kailangan, after po nung APAC, then combine po yung next.
Yeah, okay. Combine yung next.
Parang doon na po yung mga scout.
And then you have to obviously win yung spot doon para ma-draft ka. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
okay.
When you take a look at yung competition, Miguel, I want to talk to you here. International competition to. So there's going to be teams from all over Asia coming in to basically try and take yung spot ninyo. How hard is yung competition na to kapag nakita mo yung field?
With the teams that we have now, I respect them. I respect their game. I respect how they play. But I just think we're the best team in Asia, and that's it. Just Laos Group Esports is gonna take over, and we're gonna dominate them.
Paolo, not you, but Paolo.
Yes.
Why does Miguel say that? Yung gusto ko malaman, saan nanggagaling yung confidence na you are the best in the world?
Siguro po kasi based naman sa mga past achievement po ng lahat ng mga teams namin ng Laos Group, like ako po, nakapunta po ako sa US ng 3v3 APAC.
Nice.
Then last year din po, with Shintaro po, kasama ko siya, nag-champion din po kami for 5v5 APAC. Then ngayon, first and second po sila sa qualifiers ng APAC po ngayon. So para sa akin siguro, halos kinukuha po lahat din talaga ng Laos Group yung mga championship dito sa APAC. Asia. Hinahakot po namin. Tapos yung UAAP ba rin po recently, yung FIBA po, yung team din po nila.
Yeah. Absolutely. That group, siyempre stacked yung grupo na to. I want to go back to the confidence of Miguel. Kasi the way that you're speaking obviously means that grabe yung preparation ninyo, grabe yung ginagawa ninyo to make sure that you're worthy of yung confidence that you just displayed. How has the preparation process been like para sa APAC?
It's been tireless, sleepless nights. Ayun, maglalaro kami ng team namin until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Just to really prepare for this event. And yun nga, APAC, it doesn't get any bigger than this, and it's gonna be hosted in the Philippines.
But it's not just playing, diba? It's actual practice and trying to improve. And it's not like what people might think what gaming is. It's just playing games. Tama ba?
Yeah, may mga pinapractice kami schemes, defensive end and offensive end. And yun, minamaster namin sila hanggang sa mamaster namin ng tuluyan para ma-shutdown namin ng ibang teams at talunin namin sila.
Okay, Real, sige, best tayo in the world. Pero sino yung mga kailangan natin, kumbaga, siyempre, just like any sport pa, di ba?
Yeah.
Alam mo, meron kang kailangang paghandaan, meron mga threat siguro to your supremacy, if I may. Sino ang kailangan natin bantayan dyan sa mga countries na kalaban?
Yun nga, just like in real life basketball, kailangan talaga i-scout yung mga...
Scout, yeah.
Like film reviews, yun. Lagi namin ginagawa yun every Yun,
individually at saka by the group?
By group.
By group.
Kumbaga,
So sino? Sino? Bigyan nyo kami ni Pao at saka yung mga manonood ng idea na sino yung mga kailangan natin?
Mga teams to beat.
Mga
Oo,
teams
parang
to beat.
ganun, no? Hindi, team to beat tayo.
Oo, team
Pero
to
yung
beat,
mga
oo.
babantayan natin na threat sa atin.
I think yung mga threat yung Australia team na dalawa silang pupunta dito. So yung pinagandaan namin.
Aljon, you agree? Bakit? Bakit sila?
Kasi po nung kami po kasi defending champion ng 5v5 APAC last year. Sila po yung madalas namin nakakalaban sa championship. Kaya yung iba po sa kanila kilala na namin. Yun, tas
So galit na sila sa inyo.
May familiarity din eh. Oo.
Lagi yung tinatalo eh.
Pero pa, may pressure ba knowing that nandito yung APAC and may national pride, I'm sure. And may Philippine flag kayo sa sleeves ninyo. Does that factor into yung, I guess, yung inspiration nyo going into yung APAC na to?
Oo naman, may talagang mas motivated kami para syempre parang kung mag-protect namin, ipaglaban namin tong hometown namin, kumbaga home court namin to maganda. May panalo namin to dito sa Pilipinas mismo kasi first time pa nangyari na may ganitong event na APAC na mismong mga taga-ibang bansa pupunta pa dito. So, mas maganda mapanalo to.
Miguel, does that mean, with everything that's being said, that the preparation was different this time? Was it tougher this time? Was it longer? Did you do anything different? Knowing na medyo, kayo na mismo nagsasabi, you're defending home court.
Ayun nga, it's not really different, pero comparing it to our last preparations, mas pinag-preparean lang namin to now kasi nga syempre, we have the national pride within us, ayaw namin matalo, and with Philippines being Laos group, being APAC defending champions, gusto namin manalo ulit and just to keep the title and don't give it to the other teams.
You sound like
Yeah,
it too.
absolutely. Rial, you actually were draft eligible ng 2019. You actually got to that point na, okay, there was a window of opportunity para ma-draft sa NBA 2K. What will it mean to you and for the team to actually get to that point once more and have a better shot at making it sa NBA 2K?
It means a lot na maging draft eligible ka. Siyempre, NBA yan eh. So, professional teams. So, making it this time, I think it's a big
All right, so let's see. And
We hope.
We hope, absolutely, that you guys get to that level. Guys, good luck. We're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see you on the court and see what you guys can do. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck, yes.
Now, to find out how and where to watch the exciting 2023 NBA 2K League APAC Invitational presented by Cignal, let's watch this.
It's time for basketball to dominate the esports scene as the 2023 NBA 2K League APAC Invitational presented by Cignal will happen here in Manila.
Takeover badge at the lock position up ahead to Golden Dog lives up.
Witness the intense competition across the Asia-Pacific region as they battle for supremacy in the virtual basketball
Look at all those
court.
badges. It's a team takeover.
Watch the 2023 NBA 2K League APAC Invitational presented by Cignal, November 17 and 18 on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live.
We have more sports stories after the break. Keep it here. You're watching The Game. back to the game. The race to the Final Four is closing in, which means a battle between the three schools hoping to clinch that fourth spot is must-watch basketball. Joining us to break down the final stretch of these three squads is UAAP analyst and UP legend.
Wow.
Who wrote that? Jett Manuel!
I had them right there.
You had them
Jet setter, Jett Manuel.
Goodness, we need to have talks with the writers. All right, let's focus first on what happened. I think a lot of people are going to focus on the Ateneo-Adamson game in particular. Because Ateneo beating Adamson, who is also in contention for that Final Four spot, that win must feel really big for the Ateneo community.
Yeah, I mean, that match, basically, as they say, it was two teams that were, I think, that had the higher chances of getting into that Final Four. They both had those games under their control, and the Final Four fate of their season in that game, and Ateneo just edged out Adamson. So right now, Ateneo still has control of their fate, and Adamson has to now play out who's going to win and who's going to lose in the remaining game.
Were you there yesterday at the venue? And did you feel that playoff intensity? It's like every play was almost like essential, like, you know, in playoff basketball, right? So tell us, Jett, what happened and how did Ateneo pull it off in the end? Because they were behind by as much as 7 in that fourth quarter.
Well, I just have to go with how Coach Tab focuses on the little details of their defense.
Yeah.
I think it was a defensive matchup. Like you said, the atmosphere was insane. Because
It was.
both teams knew the importance of that game coming in. The players, the coaches, the crowd, everybody. But I think in the end, Ateneo just edged out on those little 50-50 balls. The small defensive stops, the defensive rebounds to guarantee those stops. And I think in the end, in that the last few plays, Ateneo just made the right decisions and the right adjustments to stop Adamson. But Adamson had their chances.
They had them.
They had their chances and they just couldn't pull through.
Yeah, you know, you take a look at let's take a look at Adamson here. Itong si Dirat Hanapi had 6 points and only got his first field goal in the third quarter. And it's little things like that I feel kind of slowed Adamson down, or at least at the very end it felt like those numbers eventually added up.
Yeah, I mean, if I look at Adamson, they have a lot of good players, but
Yeah.
I think Didat Hanapi has more of a light for him when I'm looking at that team, because he has that potential to push Adamson over that edge offensively.
Yeah.
You know, he has the skills. He's proven it. I mean, I think the first game in the UAP, I called that game, he scored 28 points, something like that. So he has that talent to do so, but you know, Adamson's still missing that piece that Jerome Lastimosa left offensively in that guard position. They have a big man inside, Manzano's great, but offensively off the guard, he has to take, for me, Dirat Hanapi has to take more shots, he has to be a little bit more aggressive offensively, and he has to try to take charge a little bit in that offensive side of the basketball
They
court.
were boosted yesterday by their two small point guards, Matt Erolon and Matthew Montebon, that especially in that third quarter where they took over from Ateneo. Adamson has no player, Pao, averaging more than 7 points in this season. So offense was really a tough one, but they lost that one. But in Ateneo's side, who impressed you in the game yesterday?
I mean, I'm going to have to go, I think the whole season, you know, not just that game, the whole season. Kai Balungay has been, for me, the key player for Coach Tab. Because when I look at the squad of Ateneo, it's hard to pinpoint the players that can play both sides of the court effectively. You know, you have Amos, who's a great shooter, but it's questionable defensively. You have Jared Brown, who's a great offensive player, but Coach Tab goes to Espinosa on the defensive end. Ketevis is a great defender.
Oh, and he was big last
And he was big.
yesterday.
He had a great offensive game and they won.
Yes.
But it's not consistent. But Kai Balungay has been consistent on both ends. That's why he has the highest usage rate. That's why he has the highest minutes. So I think for me, if I look at that squad and they want to keep going, he has to perform a little bit better. He has great averages so far, but he has that potential also to maybe double his.
Siya talaga barometer mo, in your opinion. Okay.
Again, close to his averages there. 10 points, he averages around 11.7 and 8 rebounds when he averages around 8.7. So when you look at all of this and what it all means, we're all wondering who you feel would be more likely to make that fourth Final Four spot. The next game for Ateneo, UE and LaSalle. For Adamson, it is NU and UE. And for UE, it's Ateneo and Adamson. So, my goodness, Jett, where are we when it comes to this?
I mean, after that last game, I'm gonna have to go with Ateneo. You know, I think they. I can't.
You mean among the three?
Among the
Among the
three,
three.
Ateneo, Adamson, and UE. Right now, I think that Ateneo still has that edge. Like I said, they have the ball in their hands for their fate.
Especially because of that win yesterday.
Because of that win. And I think, you know, the remaining games, UE, that's going to be a crazy game also because UE has to win that game.
Right.
And the big game against LaSalle, which they've shown that they can compete against LaSalle when the lights are shining. I think Ateneos has that the edge for me among the three teams.
If you're a fan of UE, you got to feel for Ray Rumogat, who's
Yeah.
having one heck of a season.
Yeah.
And everybody's guarding it. Everybody knows
Oh, man.
he's the man. And yet he still scores 20, 22 points. How is he doing it? Let's give him some love before we give love to the team that beat them yesterday.
Oh, well, if I cover the games, if I watch as a fan, he's one of the players that I would pay to see.
Yeah.
He's just
Agree,
oh my
100%.
god, the talent that he has reminds me of in UE's effect, a Paul Lee before, to a Roy Sumang, one guy who can lift his team
Good
from
comparison.
single-handedly.
Yeah.
He shoots the three well. He just reads the floor well. He has that swagger in him. You know, he shoots almost like me when I was playing in UP. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just
No, he does shoot like
Yeah.
you, pero he
Pumapasok.
converts.
Oh, pumapasok.
He
Oh.
converts
I set
more than
myself
you.
up with that.
Teka, kailangan natin. We got time for that. Your school, pal, because they're on a 6-game winning tear.
Yeah, 6-game winning there, and a guy named Kevin Cambao is
Wow.
playing. I think he's playing okay basketball here.
ayun,
This is
okay.
not a triple-double here.
Probably number one on my UAP fantasy draft
Yeah.
list. You know, triple-double. Yesterday, the previous game, 17, 19, and then 12, I think,
Yeah.
with 4 steals, 2 blocks, second triple-double. Look, when he's on the floor, he doesn't even need to have the ball. In that first half, single-digit scoring, 7 points, I think. But the effect he has on the entire team, like, you can feel it. When he's out on the floor, you know he's out. When he's in, you know he's in.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the difference with LaSalle right now. They have a key player who wants the ball, and you need that when you're heading into the playoffs.
Nobody, by the way, has done 2 triple-doubles in one season. 2 triple-doubles by 2 different players, yes, in one season, but no one single player. So that's a big deal. Who else, though? Especially now we get into the home stretch. One question. Second question is, what are the chances of LaSalle getting that top 2 spot because they're not yet done,
Yeah.
Jett?
Okay, who else in that squad? You know, I'm gonna have to point out Evan Nelly. You know, it's two guys who are the key. I mean, no secret. Coach Tab can close his eyes and he knows who they have to guard. It's Evan Nelly, who's the other guy who has to be consistent, who has to play well for LaSalle to play well. It can't just be KQ. And that's exactly what happened in all their wins and their streak so far. But, you know, their chances of getting that number 2 spot, I think it depends also because of the remaining games that they have. They still have Ateneo. That's always going to be a big game.
Yeah.
And then NU and UP still beating
NU
still,
and UP,
right?
yeah. So
that's going to be a big one.
I hope just for a fan's sake and for analyst's sake that there will be a battle for the number 2 spot between NU and LaSalle. It's going to be possible. So who knows? You know,
Yeah.
It's crazy UAP season.
Oh, pinakamaganda yan. Battle for 4, battle for 2.
There's just so many things that can happen. Pero grabe talaga. Jet, thank you for being here.
Salamat.
Finally.
Of course, anytime.
Oo, even if you
Please,
bribe the
I love
writer.
Please check your statement about
UP
shooting.
legend.
Next time. More sports stories after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching the game.
Welcome back to the game. It's a thrilling game day in the NBA with surprising twists and standout performances from some of the league's biggest players. The Miami Heat defied the odds on the second night of a back-to-back, overcoming a shorthanded roster. The Heat overcomes a 19-point deficit, securing their fifth consecutive victory with a 118-113 win over the Spurs. Duncan Robinson's big 26 points, coupled with Bam Adebayo's stellar double-double performance of 24 points and 11 rebounds, fueled the Heat's comeback in the final quarter. Meanwhile, Fred VanVleet's 26-point contribution and Alperen Sengun's 23 points propelled the Houston Rockets to a 107-104 victory over the Denver Nuggets. This win extends the Houston Rockets' impressive six-game winning streak and marks their longest since 2021. Surpassing expectations, the Rockets secured back-to-back victories against the Nuggets, breaking a 10-game losing streak. Houston improves to 6-3 after challenging 0-3 start to the season.
And of course, facing the absence of LeBron James, the Los Angeles Lakers clinched a hard-fought 116-110 victory against the Portland Trail Blazers. Despite resistance from Portland after holding a 13-point lead early in the fourth quarter, it was Anthony Davis's 9 points in the final quarter that secured the win. Davis pulled a double-double, 30 points, 13 rebounds, while Rui Hachimura contributed 8 crucial points of his 19 in the final minutes. D'Angelo Russell added 11 points, 11 assists in a gritty victory for the Lakers, marking their return from a challenging 1-3 road trip. Wow, people in the studio very happy about that victory. Now, turning our attention to the heart of volleyball. Get ready for some intense PVL All-Filipino Conference action lighting up your Tuesday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Now, the day kicks off with a 2 p.m. game with the Farm Fresh Foxies taking on the Jerflord Defenders, and then followed by the Sister Act, Akari Chargers clashing with the Next-led Chameleons at 4 p.m. The excitement concludes with the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers going head-to-head with the number 1 team, the Creamline Cool Smashers. And you can catch the games and, of course, our show live and on demand on the Pilipinas Live app or the website for just 149 pesos a month. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
I'm Paulo De Rosario, and this has been The Game.